I'll be showing you how to fold the Kawasaki rose, and I'm just going to use regular old origami paper that you can get anywhere just because I have a lot of it. So let's begin. Okay, first you want to crease it into a 4x4 grid, so just crease it in half. Always double check to make sure my folds are nice. And so you've got this, you got your 4x4 grid. I'm not going to draw these creases on just because you should know it. And really the only reason I'm folding this model, I know there's billions of other tutorials on how to do this, but I've never seen one that's actually easy to understand. It took me forever to figure out how to do this. So then you want to go ahead and crease, bring this bottom edge to the 1/4 crease you have up here, creating the 3/8 crease right there. And do that on all the sides. Okay, so you've done that, so now you can sort of see you have this. You have the central square around your points, and ignore that crease. That's just, I creased to the wrong place. Now, I'm going to flip it over, go along your middle crease right here, and then sort of have it sort of pinched up, and fold this top edge. You can fold it to the crease you just made. Right there. So you want to go and do that. And you only want to crease this from this point to this point, so I'll draw that on there with this brown pen. You want to crease from right there to right there. Right, you see those 2 points sort of, it's just this little halfway mark. You want to do that on all of those. So once you've pinched those sides, you have this square in the middle of mountain folds. Right there. And now you want to valley fold the first corner in. And do that to all the other corners. Right there. So you have this. And now just you want to start at the corner of that square that you have in the middle. And, well, actually, you're just going to fold along the diagonals, but don't fold through the center square. So just sort of pinch along the edge until you get to the corner of the center square, and you want to stop your crease there. So you just have this, and then you have your center square there, like that. And then, now, do that on all 4 of your corners. So then you should come up with a thing like this, sort of a little pyramid shaped thing. Now you want to lay that down. Make sure this is all on this side, otherwise your model won't come out the right size. You're gonna lay that flat, and then you want to, so you have these creases, so now you want to valley fold this up, this edge right here, up to that top corner, but only crease to the center of the paper. Don't crease, only crease the left side. And there. There, and then you have this valley fold. So eventually what will come, you'll collapse it along there, so that's the mountain fold that you just made. So you want to crease this on this valley fold right here to the corner of that square, which is halfway when you fold it up, on all the sides. You can't really just tell the distinction in colors, but the brown broken ones are mountain folds, except for this square in the middle. It's still mountain fold, so you got this shape essentially. And now you want to take the left-hand corner and just fold this little, essentially you're folding this square right here and diagonally in half. So you want to take it, increase it so that this line right here falls along there, and you only want to crease this section right here. It's the only part you want to crease right here. You just uncrease. So you have this one, and now you want to go and do that on the other 4 sides. So you have these 4 of the little diagonals of the creases. And now you want to crease the other diagonal of this little square right here. I'll go ahead and mark it with a pencil. It's this left-hand square right here. If you can see that, it's just this left-hand square. Now you want to mark the other diagonal with it by turn your paper like this, and you want to take this edge and flip it over so that this edge right here comes into line with this corner up here like this. But you only want to crease this small left-hand square. You only want to crease this square right here on that side, so that you have the other diagonal on that part. So now you want to do that on the rest of these. So now you have all of those done right there on these. So when you flip them over, essentially you should be able to do this, because right here, so that's going to be important because you'll need to do that later. Now you want to go ahead and we'll turn it over, and now you need to crease this square right here. It'll divide here in half. You want to crease this square right here along here. So now that you have that, you want to flip your paper over, and you want to take this edge right here and fold it to the center diagonal along there. So you have that, but you only want to crease this first left triangle right here. So you have that right there. Now you want to do that on all the other sides. So now you have these creases, if you can see them, it's right along there. So you can begin to collapse the rows from here, but before we do that, I'm going to outline some creases, because this is the part that always tricked me. This step is, I've heard it referred to as the little house. So I'll draw it on here so you can see it. I'll draw it on with this brown. This right here, that is essentially the little house. See that there? But here's what's going to happen. It's going to get collapsed like that, so you have that edge. And these will both be mountain folds. So you have, essentially you have this, and this will be mountain folded. And that crease that you made will flatten it over here. So you'll have this. So this is your little house shape. And then what you'll do, you don't have to do it now, but you can. You'll have this flap, and you'll fold it across there. But you can do that later, or you can do that in the pre-creasing. So you have a valley fold across this triangle, across this square right there. I'll draw that for you, just so you can see it. there. I know it all looks like it's the same color on the red side, but you'll have that there. So you can do that in the pre-creasing by going over, increasing only just the smallest. You fold this raw edge up to the 1/4 line, and you'll crease only just the smallest triangle right here. It goes from there to there. Just crease only the smallest one. See, now that little house part is the part that I could never figure out how to do, so that's always why I always thought the other diagrams were so bad, or the videos. So now you want to flip your paper over onto your white side, and those diagonal creases that you made earlier that just went up to the square, just go ahead and make sure to reinforce those real quick. And then you have your valley fold ones that you made, and you just want to fold the edge over like that, so that this corner falls down like this, and you just want to do that on all of them. There are some other people can probably explain this better than I can. So it's just going to fold along these creases. This is the Kawasaki twist. Bring all of them down like this, and make sure it stays nice and flat. Have it here. So you'll get this shape. Now you just want to keep folding along these creases that you made right there. Just want to keep folding along this crease. Keep folding along that crease that leads up to the edge of the square. And you do this by further pressing down the model. The square might get a little askew while you're doing it, but just keep twisting it until you can get it to come down all the way. And there. So you get it, so you have your little square in the middle, a little puffed out square in the middle, and these little flat things